ladies and gentlemen. And today, I would like to welcome Ben and Richard once again.
Hello.
Hi.
Let's just talk more about mental health, really. Let's talk about school. And how school and coursework and that type of stuff affect your mental health. So, would any of you like to start talking about experiences and that type of stuff?
Well, I'll start. Last year I did a different course, and there was a lot of work to do because we had there was two parts of the course. There was sort of a practical side where we actually had to put skills into practice and stuff. Then there was the theory exam, which is like a written exam. So basically we had to actually sit and take an exam, and then actually do another exam where we actually use the skills to use that to sort of use it for our final exam for marks. And the amount of work I put on us was really stressful, and it's not good for your mental health if you just stress all the time, because you just feel like you've got loads of stuff to do in a limited amount of time, and it all just piles up on you at once.
Ben, any experiences?
Well, where do I start? I'll just start from the last two. Well, it's not 2 years exactly, but I'm on my second year of college, and just started a level 3 course. But last year I've done a level 2 course, and my experience from level 2 was that it was alright. It was great and all. There was helpful staff and stuff. There was at the time things were going alright. It's just COVID was the worst thing you had to worry. And seeing as I had no technology outside of college, like a computer, laptop sort of thing, that because the stuff they want you to do is Blogger and stuff that you do online. And so all I could do at the minute was paperwork at the time. But when I get back to college, I just caught up, and honestly, they were helpful last year. They were very helpful. Yeah, I think my experience last year was better than this year so far, because this year is it's a lot more work. Like Richard said, it does pile you up more. Yeah, that's my experience so far in college, in terms of work.
Yeah, some excellent answers from the both of you. I'm on a course at the minute, and I'm a bit like Ben. Obviously, I've done the second year. What all passed, it was good, and I've some were done this year. And this year, obviously, I think everyone's formed some sort of mental health in a way, because this year's been no communication within the teachers. The teachers don't know what they're doing. They're piling work onto us. So yeah, I think a lot of mental health is caused through obviously schoolwork, coursework, that type of stuff, because obviously puts a massive mountain of stress on you. So how could you deal with that?
Uh,
How could you relieve the stress?
Relieve
Help
the
your
stress.
mental health?
Well, what I normally do is if I was stuck on something, and I'd usually tell and hopefully get support from them. I mean, I don't know what about if it's like that for yous, but when I ask, sometimes they help. Um, I guess it depends what you ask, though. My ways of relieving stress for work is usually I just take a break now and then. Like, it makes a difference if you just take a break now and then. Just calms the nerves a bit. If you're feeling a bit overwhelmed at work, you want a break and just kind of refresh a little bit, and just try and pick up from where you left off. Just take your time, sort of thing.
Yeah, I agree. It's really important how like sort of a good work and life balance. Like you've got to like know when to like sort of also like do work and how to work from home, but also like not be consumed by your work and the stress, and have time for yourself to like sort of just relieve that stress and sort of just like enjoy life. Otherwise, you'll just be constantly be consumed by stress and you won't enjoy yourself, and it'll eventually affect your mental health as well as your work, and then you worry about your work even more, which adds even more stress, which then adds on to your bad mental health. So I think it's very important to sort of know that mix between work and life, and when to sort of take a break, when to relax, and sort of how to de-stress.
Some great answers from the both of you. If you had to describe mental health to, let's say, a child that's first experiencing it, how would you describe it?
Ooh. I mean, it depends what they're going through at the time, you know. I guess try be reassuring to them. Try like let them know it's okay to be not okay, sort of thing, and just like encourage them that sometimes that we must find ways to help cope with situations and stuff that might affect you. Like find out what's causing you, you know, to feel that way, and finding solutions, stuff like that. But that's how I would describe it to a child if they first experience it. I would try help them.
Yeah, because obviously with first experience in poor mental health, it's like new and it's sort of scary because you've never experienced it before, and it's sort of you don't know what to do, and it's good to have like sort of reassurance, knowing there's like places you can go, people you can go to sort of seek help for that, because obviously like if it's the first time happening, you won't know what's going on, and it'll like add even more onto your mental health worrying about it, since you know nothing, and it's definitely important to sort of reassure the person that it's like Ben said, okay to not be okay, and that they can always go to people for help.
Uh, yeah, some good answers from the both of yous.
What would you do, Kieran, if you were in that situation where you had to help a child out or something? What would you do?
Well, like you said, it depends what I'm going through. If anything, the easiest way to describe something is relate it to something. So, like, you could say that mental health is a bit like a water bucket. It gets fuller and fuller, and once the bucket gets full, it puts a lot of strain on you. But if you start emptying that bucket, it's easier to carry, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But with a full water bucket, you get tired if you carry a full water bucket about all day. But with a light water bucket, it slowly gets manageable and you get used to it and that type of stuff. Do you think teachers are helpful and supportive towards mental health?
Ooh. Well, I'm mixed. I'm very
What do you
mixed.
think might cause it?
Because I know there are staff that's all right with me, but I've seen how other people. I mean, I don't usually judge a book by its cover, but sometimes I do see like some people might not get the right support, or I don't know. I feel like sometimes they get judged, like, oh, this guy's not doing enough work. I mean, there could be a reason behind it. I mean, without realizing.
Yeah.
I think it's very mixed too. I think some teachers know what to do in them situations, and there's teachers that have no idea. I feel like that as well as students, teachers also need to be educated on mental health and what they can do to sort of reach out and help those with poor mental health. And because they could always do more, but most teachers obviously lack the knowledge to do so.
Yeah, I agree. I think most teachers these days don't see it as a major problem when that is mainly the problem, because a lot of teachers don't mean to cause mental health, if you know what I mean, but if they put work and stress on you, then it's gonna like mess with your mind, and you're gonna get stressed, you're gonna think you're gonna feel like your course or whatever you're on. And it's all about communication as well, because if you try speak or explain something to a specific teacher and he's got a bad attitude, or he's like, you don't know how to take him, then you go find that as a bad sign, if you know what I mean. It all depends on like communication and obviously if the teacher cares or not. Because if the teacher finds his lesson more important than your mental health, then obviously it's going to be like a problem and that type of stuff.
Yeah. True.
And last but not least, I would just like to take a moment to mention Mind, and obviously point out that as a website which helps, supports, does charity events for mental health, and it's really good. It's based in Sunderland and that type of stuff, and it's just worth a look at. Would you like add anything?
Yeah, well, we hope that you've learned a bit more about exactly what Mind is and a bit more about mental health than you did before listening. Like Kieran said, you can always contact Mind or go to the website for more information, or if you want to reach out about mental health. And like to take this time to say that it's always okay to not be okay and to seek help when needed, because it can all make just that littlest bit of help can always make the difference.
Ben, would you like anything? Add anything?
I'd say personally, I recommend if anyone's struggling right now, if anyone's hearing this like and is struggling, I'd honestly recommend you just even if you, I mean, Mind is a great place. It's a charity sort of thing. It's their aim is to help people with mental health, like you said, and everything. They have a website. They have charity shops there. You can easily contact them if you go to their website and stuff like that. But yeah, you should also, I mean, even if you don't go see, like, contact Mind, you could contact other people, like people you know, like people you trust. I mean, sometimes you gotta have a little faith if you wanna like reach out and kind of like get help that way. I mean, you can't solve every problem in an instant, but in my opinion, if you just at least talk to someone and get something out of your system, it honestly does make you feel a bit better. That's speaking for myself as well.
Thank you very much for joining us today. I would like to say thank you to Ben and Richard for joining, and that'll be all.